Okay, kiddo, you ready?
I'm not sure.
I know, I'm not sure either.
Yes.
You know, a lot of us really absolutely love our jobs. You do at home, there's no question about that, but very, very few jobs give you the opportunity to do what Patrice has been able to do for 30-some years here. And we had the chance to sit down earlier this week and talk about Patrice's career, and I'd like to let you listen into our conversation. Nearly 33 years here at KDKA. When you look at it now, has it gone quickly? Does it seem like it's been a long 33 years?
No, you know what, Stacy? It's a blink. It really is a blink.
What do you remember about going on the air for the first time?
Here at KDK for the very first time. You know what? I broke out in hives the first day I was on the air. I mean, head to toe hives. I was so nervous, Stace. It was actually kind of a scary experience that day.
You were able to interview a lot of really well-known, famous, and important people.
Oh, Stacy, Pittsburgh today was fabulous. They came to the studio. You know, it wasn't done by satellite. We came in, shook hands, and talked, which was great. We had some of the biggest stars of the day, some of the most controversial people, the athletes, the rock stars who always had 50,000 people with them, and then you had someone like Charlton Heston or Gregory Peck come in alone. They just showed up. It was a fabulous experience.
What was it like, though, for somebody growing up in Sheridan, all of a sudden being here on KDKA-TV and interviewing people like this?
Well, that's what kept going through my mind. A little girl from Sheridan is talking to fill in the blank. Once I began to think of myself as the liaison between our Pittsburgh audience and these wonderful folks who had a message, and that they were folks, then everything was just really smooth sailing.
Eventually, unfortunately, Pittsburgh Today went away.
Yes.
And
yes.
you made the move into news. Was that a difficult thing for you?
Yes, actually it was. It was really like going back to school. And it was very difficult for me to make the adjustment to the fast pace of the newsroom.
But with your background, it wasn't long before you were on that anchor desk.
No, that was actually, I was thrilled with that. I was thrilled with the opportunity to get on the anchor desk.
What's it like for you to be on that anchor desk and knowing that these people are at home watching you?
Yes, I was thrilled.
I think it's important that they trust us. So I feel a responsibility that we do it the best way we can, that I give them the best that I can give them, that whatever story we happen to share, that I know I'm talking about people's lives, that it's not just a number, it's not just a story, it's not just another fire, that's someone's life. Sadly, on some of the proudest moments, there were the moments I felt we did the best, or the stories we really wish we never had to report. I hope that I'm coming off the anchor desk, but the pride that I have in this city and in what you and I have accomplished, it'll definitely live on in my heart.
And you, darling, are in our hearts. You can probably see this from over here. It says KDKA-TV, your home. And this is your home, always will be, always has been. We're going to miss you. We've got some of your best friends here.
Yes, indeed you do.
Hey,
Jeff?
baby. The one thing that maybe hasn't been touched on enough, and it's obvious, it literally is in your face, the beauty. I'm going to miss seeing that beautiful face every day at 4, 6, and 11 o'clock, and obviously the warmth and sincerity that you bring not only to the people at home, but to us here. You are the glue that has held us together for so many years here. That's going to be sorely missed. It has been my pleasure to call you colleague, and my honor to call you friend.
Oh, Jeff, thank you so much. Thank you.
Well, let's let the crying fest continue.
I know, I'm telling you.
Jeff, you were the one who was supposed to make it through this without crying.
We got lots of tissues. We got like 5 boxes here, so we can go on all day.
See what they did for me? They knew. They knew.
I look at those old videos, you guys, and I am struck by how you just get better looking every year.
I thank my grandmother for my genes.
It's just, it makes me sick. And how much less hair I have than I had in those days. No, I just, it's been, I said this earlier, it's been the greatest privilege of my 33-year career to have spent 28 of those years working with you. When I came in the door in this building, I wasn't even doing your show. I was doing another one, Evening Magazine. But you took me in under your wing. You showed me the ropes. You asked for me as one of your fill-in co-hosts early on, and I later went on to be a full-time co-host, and it was the best gig I ever had. That 2 to 3 o'clock hour of the day was my favorite hour. Other than with my family, with my kids and Debbie, it was my favorite hour of the day every day. And speaking of that, just to show you how much of an effect Patrice has on everybody, my mother called, my dad, both wishing you well, telling me to say goodbye to you and wish you luck. My kids both called me, Eric from LA, Debbie and Samantha from the mountain. They all want to say goodbye to Patrice.
Gosh.
You've made us all better people, better performers, and you will not be replaced.
Oh, there's no way. Patrice, I've had the honor to be able to sit at this anchor desk and work with Bill Burns, Patty Burns, Ray Tannehill, and Al Julius. They are the legends, they are the icons of KDKA-TV, the people who come into this newsroom and always admire and realize that's the standard that we must try to achieve.
That's right.
You, dear, are in that same icon. You are in that same level. You have brought a warmth to the news that nobody else in this city has ever been able to bring. You softened me. We worked well together.
Yes, she has.
And I tell you what, it is, these guys have said it all, and everybody else in all those little vignettes. But I'm a better person because of you. We've shared a lot of ups and downs.
Yes, we have.
And we've been able to get through some of the toughest stories this city has ever had to experience. And I can't think of anybody better to have been seated next to go through those stories than you. I'm going to miss you, and I love you.
Thank you. I love you too. You know, folks, gosh, this is very, very humbling, and you can't thank people enough. It seems like such a simple phrase to say thank you, not only for these wonderful, my TV brothers, as we call them, and the wonderful staff here at KDKA who have just work so very hard to bring you the stories that are affecting your lives and the information that you need to know, and people care about it here. We want you to know they truly care about it so very much. And it is so hard for me to just say those two simple words, thank you, to you, because it just doesn't seem like enough. But it is a bottomless prayer, in a way, of saying thank you for the opportunity to grow here, to allow me to come into your homes every night for so many years. And yes, there were good nights and there were bad nights, and there were people who said, I hate your hair that way and I love your hair. and don't wear that again, honey, that wasn't so good. I appreciate those calls and those comments as well, because that meant that you care. So I really, really appreciate, but I want to let you know that I'm so happy about having been here, and now I'm looking forward to going forward to the next chapter of my life, to spending time with my wonderful husband, my children in different parts of the country we watched grow up, and it has been a blessing and a gift, and I will never, ever forget any of you. And as I told our newsroom, the tears tell you, I won't forget a minute of it. Thank you.
Good night.
Go Steelers.
Katie